The vegan diet. What can I say about the vegan diet that most people don't already know? I've been a vegan now consistently for at least 11 years with one relapse for a short period of time back in a difficult period of my life, which was a great relapse because it helped me really solidify what I was going to do now for the rest of my life. I started off being a vegan for health purposes. I really didn't take the vegan path because I was looking to be more compassionate towards animals. That came much later for me, and it didn't happen slowly. It happened very suddenly. I had a realization, but I don't really try to talk about the animal compassion stuff. I try to talk more about the health purposes. What I've noticed at 49, as someone who still really takes a lot of pride in his athleticism, is that the vegan diet has kept me feeling physically young, without aches and pains, no back pains, no back injuries, no elbow injuries, no knee injuries. I feel like I can jump out of bed the way I did when I was 20 years old. And how do I relate that to the vegan diet? Well, one anecdotal way I relate it to the vegan diet is that when I went back to eating some animal protein, I noticed it was like going into a time machine, but going forward. It was almost as if it had aged me radically, very quickly. I gained weight very rapidly. I felt with the same amount of activity, I felt my recovery times were longer. In the summer months where I was much more active, I felt like I had more injuries with my back or my knees. I just really truly felt my age when I was eating animal protein. I also understand it from a chemical perspective, chemistry, what's going on in the chemistry. Animal protein is a hard food to digest. It sits in the body with a slow transit time. That food that sits in the body ferments, and that fermentation actually leaves off gases that get into the chemistry of the body and causes cellular inflammation. And cells cannot function when they're inflamed. They cannot function properly. And inflammation, as we all know, is the precursor to mostly all the diseases, including cancer, that we get as human beings. Also, what I can say to anyone that's a naysayer or doubts the validity to a vegan diet, that thinks that what I'm saying is just anecdotal, is just try doing a vegan diet for 90 days and see if you feel better. And if you don't, then you don't have to watch these videos. You can try a different type of approach to the diet. I think that one of the problems in the Western diet is not so much that people are vegan or not, it's that they just simply eat too much protein. So if you're going to consume flesh foods, how much flesh foods should you be eating? The body was never designed anatomically. We don't have the claws or the teeth, and we don't have the digestive system to eat animal protein every single day, and worse, every single day and every single meal. So if you're going to have flesh foods, there really has to be a limit to how much you consume. And what some of the great people in nutrition who've been watching this for a long period of time, they say is that animal flesh is a mistake, but it's a mistake that can be made, and the way to make the mistake is to never consume animal flesh foods more than 3 days a week, every other day at most, and every time you eat a flesh food, you should be eating with a large leafy green salad. I've also seen people do this, and it's worked out amazing for a lot of people, and we thank you very much.